Hello everybody, this is Nate P, and I have another video for you this week. Today we are looking at menu number 6, Chicken a la King. And this is coming out of the set I purchased recently from Doll61. Thank you again so much for that purchase. So let's go ahead and get this open and see what we got. Okay, so I don't have a ton of hope for how good this might be. We've got a King MRE from sometime in the early 90s, so I'm not super hopeful on the freshness of this, but there we have the insides. And I tried to describe this in my previous video, that these old MRE packets smell a whole lot like motor oil or grease or something, and I'm sure that's the plastic itself. But we've got our MRE crackers. We have peanut butter from Thermopack. I'm excited for that. Never had peanut butter from an MRE this old. Cocoa beverage powder. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. We have our accessory packet. Old school MRE spoon. Beverage base grape, and this sounds like it's in decent shape, so I think we're going to be able to drink this. And our main is Chicken a la King. I am not hopeful about this at all. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think it's going to be fresh enough. We have a packaging date from the 221st day of 1992, so I'm not very hopeful about this, but we'll give her a shot. We of course have our Tabasco sauce, a cool package of charms. I've never had these before, so we'll definitely check those out. And of course we can't forget our accessory packet. The inside of this smells like that kind of motor oil smell. You got mint and you got a little bit of coffee in there too. It's very, very unique, very interesting. Of course, we've got our wintergreen chewing gum, old school wet wipe, package of sugar that I think is probably okay, matches Taster's Choice in the black pack, and that seems pretty okay, so we'll probably be able to drink this. Salt and non-dairy creamer. So let's start by getting a couple of our beverages together. So we're going to start with our coffee, and I don't know if this will quite count as cooking, but I'm going to try doing some Ranger pudding with the not with the coffee, with the chocolate, but with the cocoa mix and the peanut butter. But first, take a look at this coffee. It looks, I think, mostly okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be okay. Nice granule, not looking moldy. I think it would be good to have some coffee. This time around, I'm just going to go with some straight black coffee. Might add a tiny touch of cream, but I actually want to save quite a bit of all of these ingredients for our Ranger pudding. Next, I couldn't find my Firefly glass, so I'm going to opt for a Guinness glass. It'll make do. We're going to check out our beverage base next. Smells fine. Looks pretty okay. Get this into a glass. Looks kind of a grayish color. So the instructions call for about 12 ounces of water. That's what we've got going on here. And that is grape. Old school spoon. Something I didn't mention last time in my other vintage video was that the plastic in the spoon tastes like plastic. So I don't know what that says about the plastic itself. I don't know what that says about Department of Defense. Doesn't bode too well. Let's go ahead and get a plate out here for our crackers. I'm actually kind of excited about this. Mostly to see if we can get a decent hiss. Okay, so here's the thing. I am not crazy. There is no tear notch anywhere on this. That is where I've been trying to rip it. I'm not seeing any place that you're supposed to tear this, and I get that it's probably meant to be durable enough that this isn't gonna break and spoil, but Jesus, there's no good place to rip this. Okay, so I finally got it. Let's listen for that hiss. Nice. Great hiss. And these crackers are a mite bit crumbly. But they look pretty good as far as crackers go. Chicken a la King is going to be going in some hot water, so I'll go take care of that. We have our peanut butter. Not sure how good this is going to be, how edible it might be. Steve 1989 has had luck with almost every peanut butter he's ever had. But I don't know. This is probably at least 25 or so years old. It's probably hard to tell in these videos, but this is very different from your standard MRE, modern MRE packaging. It's got kind of a plastic coating on the outside, and then there's probably a layer of foil and maybe more plastic on the inside. So you can hear this kind of crinkling, probably from delamination, and I kind of wonder if that plays into spoilage at all. But let's see what we got going on here. So, looks decent. It's peanut butter, creamy. It smells relatively okay. But here's the thing with these older MREs, is they all smell slightly stale. So, I'm smelling this, and it smells like kind of musty old basement. So I don't know if that's the peanut butter itself or the packaging, but let's go ahead and take a taste of this. Yeah, that's fine. That's it's a really nice roasty peanut butter flavor. It's not too sweet. It's a really good peanut butter flavor. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bowl, we're going to take our peanut butter, go ahead and get that in here, and we're going to make up some Ranger pudding with our cocoa base. The cocoa smells pretty decent. Last time I had it, it had kind of a sour taste, and I don't know if that's from the chocolate. I don't know if that's from the creamer, from my coffee maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't see any kind of information about this having milk in it. But we're going to take the rest of our creamer, so this will be nice and creamy. And we're going to take our sugar, toss that in there as well, and mix this up with a good helping of hot water. Just stir this up. Okay, we're going to let this kind of sit and rehydrate a little bit. Last but not least, we've got our charms before we get to the main. I've never had charms, like ever, even as a kid. And every time I've seen these in a video, I really had no idea what they were. I can gather that they are basically hard candies, but Man, I'm having a rough go of this, and these all seem pretty dang melty here. Ugh. Yeah, that's not good. These are they supposed to be like this? So they're okay. Yeah, these are toast, man. They're you know, they're wrapped in cellophane or whatever, but these are completely gooey, melty and stuff. Weird. So not a go on these, unfortunately. Okay, well, our main is heating up. I guess all we got is our cracker, coffee, drink, pudding. So let's go ahead and start with our coffee. It's got kind of a nothing flavor. I think I said in the last video it is sort of a nice kind of diner flavor, like inoffensive, relatively mild, you know, nothing super exciting. So this Ranger pudding has not probably added too much water to it, but let's go ahead and give that a taste. Oh yeah, that is some tasty Ranger pudding. It is definitely more watery than it needed to be, but really good. One of the things about this, again, is the spoon. It has a weird plasticky, chemically kind of flavor. Probably not healthy. Okay, so let's have a look at our cracker. Nice old school MRE cracker. Oh yeah, that's perfectly tasty. Pretty dry. Wash it down with some of our beverage base. Yeah, it's a nice, you know, artificial grape kind of flavor. Nothing too tremendously overpowering, but it's, you know, it's nice. So, unfortunately, charms were a wash. Cracker is pretty standard cracker. Coffee's really good. Ranger pudding, not exactly what I thought it would be. Likely my fault. Really not thickening up, but let's move on next to our chicken a la thing. So, we're really not excited about this because I've heard so many terrible things about it. This is a 20-something-year-old MRE, and I just don't know how fresh this is, so let's give her a rip. Oh, come on, seriously. Man, these gotta be so hard to open. Okay, so far, this doesn't smell that horrible. See if we can get this out into a bowl, not burn the living daylights out of ourselves. Okay, so this doesn't smell like the worst thing I've ever seen or smelled. It doesn't look amazing. It's we got like chicken, a little like shredded chicken. We got some peas, a lot of cheese, maybe some bell peppers here and there, and maybe there's some noodles in here. I honestly don't know. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Nope. So, no. It's man, I want it to be good. There's a nice cheesy flavor. There's a nice chicken consistency, but I kind of had this with the scalloped potatoes from the last MRE, where it has this kind of metallic taste to it, or minerally taste to it. It's I don't think it's spoiled. I think it might be the packaging. If any of you have had or have a lot of experience with this era of MREs, let me know. Was the packaging bad? Was the product itself bad? You know, this is yeah, I don't think it's spoiled, but it's really not edible. But hey, nothing that some coffee can't take care of. And I was actually thinking about the coffee. It's more than just kind of a basic blend. I'm having this basically black. It's got a really nice kind of nutty flavor to it that you kind of lose if you have this with a bunch of sugar or a bunch of cream or whatever. But really decent cup of coffee. Oh, one more thing before I forget. Our gum. Yeah, that's really nice. It's got a nice wintergreen flavor. And I think what I like about the older MRE gum is that it has kind of a gritty, a little bit of a texture to it that doesn't go away right away.